Have you ever been so deep in the woods you lost signal on your phone, no service? And then you started to panic because you knew you were being stalked by a twig-snapping, leaf-crunching monster, a monster with eyes like burning embers and teeth like jagged shards of ice. But it was too late. Its claws raked down your face and you felt yourself being dragged into the suffocating darkness, swallowed whole by the forest itself. You woke up alone in an unfamiliar place and you thought, what have I missed? Well, you missed everything because you're dead now, and you're also in hell. Well, actually, this is Baba Yaga's house. Welcome to my house. Come on in, don't be shy. Want to make something clear right off the bat. I'm not a witch, nor am I an evil witch. I'm simply a woman. You know what they say about women, and assume what you will, but I hate being called a witch. I mean, just look at them. Can you imagine a woman who looks like that, going to all that trouble to brew a love potion, or some cursed trinket to get back at some no-good cheating man? Please. Some people just have high cheekbones and a fondness for cats. So if you're visiting me for the first time, you might be surprised to find that I live in a hut that stands on giant chicken legs instead of foundations. The walls are crafted from the skulls of those foolish enough to enter my home without knocking first. And there's always a fresh pot of blood-colored tea brewing on the stove. Just ignore the fact that the sugar bowl is filled with human teeth and that the samovar is dripping with fat. Also, don't touch anything. Please don't touch anything. And watch your step, because my floor is covered in landmines, not real ones. These are the bodies of young maidens who came here to seek my help, but their beauty was just too much for me to resist. That's why you should never come to my house unless you want to die. When you visit me, you have to knock exactly 3 times on my door. 3 knocks. Then you wait until I open the door and say, "Beware, Baba Yaga, the terrible, the all-knowing." If you greet me any other way, I will eat your liver and dance with your heart. Oh, but don't worry. As long as you follow my rules, you'll be fine. Probably. If you ask me what my name means, I'll tell you that it means grandmother in Russian, though most know me as the Witch of the Woods. After all, I do spend most of my time in the forest. I fly through the skies in a mortar and pestle, and I use my magic to grow. It's fabulous mushrooms that could kill you in seconds or cure you from any sickness. That's right, I'm both the deadliest and the most helpful witch in the forest, which is why everyone knows me as chaotic neutral. Even though I can be kind, even though I might just give you what you want, when you cross me, I become pure evil. Now, who wants to see me turn someone into a pile of ash? Put your hands together and say, "Hooray, Baba Yaga." While I may live in the woods and fly around in a mortar and pestle, I am not a whimsical fairy tale character. I am scary as hell. You know how every culture has a boogeyman to scare children into submission? A creature under the bed or in the closet? Baba Yaga is the boogeyman in Slavic folklore, and I've been scaring children for centuries. My hut is always moving, and I change locations every 3 days, which is why you never hear where I live. I hide from mortals. I enjoy the hunt. And if you trespass on my property, I will rip your limbs from their sockets one by one and feed you to my hungry dogs. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit evil after all. Some people say I was born in the wilderness, but I was raised in a village, had parents, siblings, aunts, and uncles. I did normal things. I went to school and made friends. I got my heart broken by boys. I moved out of my parents' house. I bought my own place, got my own mortgage. I paid my taxes on time every year. I'm not saying I'm a good person, but I am saying that I used to be. Then the world changed me. See, one day I came home and found my entire family drained of blood and lying on the floor. No one had done anything like that before in our town, and nobody ever confessed. They just buried my family and pretended it didn't happen. So I left the village and moved into the forest, where I've been ever since. That's why I'm not a witch, I swear. It's just that whenever someone enters my house seeking my help, I test them. Because once you cross me, you're mine forever. So I guess the best way to describe myself is that I'm a lonely woman looking for company, but having a hard time trusting people, so I put potential visitors through a series of challenges. Most of them involve killing animals, bringing back their still beating hearts, and then boiling them in their own blood. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, but not half as messed up as you are. Look, let's just say that if you come to my house, I will probably try to kill you. After all, I haven't had a nice meal in a long time, and I've been craving some fresh meat. The problem is, I can't keep a pet. Every animal I've ever had has either died mysteriously or attacked me in the middle of the night. I guess I'm just allergic to fur babies. I know what you're thinking. Baba Yaga, I've come to warn you about yourself. Stop being so mean to strangers. Be nice to others, and maybe you won't end up alone. Well, it's too late for me. Since I moved to the forest, I gave up on finding true love, even though I'll admit that sometimes. I dream of someone holding me close, walking, barefoot through the dewy grass, kissing me under the moonlight and whispering sweet nothings in my ear before biting my neck and draining me of my blood. Sometimes I think it would be nice to have someone to share my life with, to tear apart animal carcasses in the forest, to scream at the moon together and to dance around the campfire as we watch our enemies burn to death. I know it will never happen. All the good men are taken, and none of the bachelors in my area can appreciate the finer things in life, like my collection of skulls or my Iron Maiden poster. Still, I haven't given up hope entirely. Maybe someday someone will come along who isn't afraid of my terrifying appearance, who doesn't mind living in a hut on chicken legs, and who whoa and flinch when I offer him a cup of blood tea. In the meantime, I'll continue doing what I've always done, terrorizing travelers, tormenting unsuspecting villagers, and ruling the forest as its undisputed queen. And if you ever see me flying overhead in my mortar and pestle, you better have your manners checked, because I'm not in the mood for chit-chat. Now buzz off. There are souls to collect.